as we continue to celebrate the day of Christmas and soon the Christmas season, the Sunday right after Christmas, the church, guided by the Holy Spirit, focuses on the Holy Family, as Father Thomas said at the beginning of Mass, the importance of Joseph and Mary, their commitment of watching over their child, Jesus. This week in prayer, just preparing for this homily, 3 simple thoughts. And it's really geared not for the adults here who are married or that age group, but really for the younger who one day may look forward to marriage or the call to priesthood or the consecrated life. So 3 simple thoughts. Number 1, speaking to the younger here. For those who in the future will be called to the married life, to the priesthood, to the consecrated life, I stress, I ask, I beg, I encourage, by the gift of faith and this beauty of Christmas, let God pick your spouse. Let God be involved. Everything we do, what made Jesus holy? Everything he did was the will of God. What is your will, Father? I'll never speak or do anything that's not your will. So in the area of marriage, priesthood, consecrated life, first step, let God pick your spouse. Often in marriage preparation, I'll ask the guy or gal, out of all the men in the world, talking to the gal, out of all the men in the world, why do you pick this guy? And to the guy, same thing. Out of all the gals in the world, all the women, why do you pick this particular one? And almost always, I'll get 1 or 2 responses. Number 1, we love one another. Okay, that's good. The second one, we enjoy one another's presence. That's good too. But sadly, at times, if that is the only reason, a person can fall out of love. A person may not enjoy one another's presence. And so there needs to be more, because often in marriages, you all know this, sadly, for some, as they reach troubles or disagreements, sin, culture, they find themselves civilly divorced. And that is so sad, so sad. And it's a struggle. God bless them. Truly mean that. A thought on this Feast of the Holy Family. God guided Joseph and Mary. And again, let God guide your vocation. Here's a simple question. I ask this to every married couple, or every engaged couple. Every engaged couple gets this question. Can you be absolutely sure the choice of your spouse is correct? Can you be absolutely sure? I have a series of questions we ask them. That's one of them. Can you be absolutely sure your choice of spouse is correct? To my surprise, 50% of the time, they will answer. They're going to get married in 3 months. Can you be sure that absolutely this is the guy you're supposed to marry for the rest of your life, or gal for the rest of your life? 50% of the time, they'll say, unsure, or no. It just doesn't make sense to me. Can you be absolutely sure? No. Almost want to say, well, why are you doing this? To the question, can you be, this is to the young people here, can you be absolutely sure your choice of spouse is correct? Yes, you can. And once again, it goes back to the basics. If God tells you this is the man, this is the woman, that's what you go for. Father Glenn Corman, I don't know how many here know Father Glenn Corman. He is a fireball of energy. He's a priest of our diocese, stationed now up in South Bend. He has a great love for God and for his people. And I've heard him give this talk many times, a little different talk, but one where basically he teaches that his mom and dad taught him from 2nd grade on up. At night, he was always to pray this prayer. Every night, 2nd grade on up. Here's a simple prayer. Lord, I'm sorry, I messed it up already. Bless, Lord, right now, the future love of my life. A little 2nd grader, 3rd grader, 4th grader on down. Every night praying. Bless, Lord, right now, the future love of my life. He prayed that daily. For Father Glenn, the future love of his life was not a man or woman. It was going to be the love of the church and Jesus Christ. And he served the church, has served the church faithfully for 25 years. For many of the young here, it will be that man or woman that God desires you to marry. And when you do that, you'll be fulfilling God's eternal plan. Second little thought, as you prepare for the day of hearing the call from God and following that call, be open to God's way in guiding you to marriage. Be open to God's way. Live a pure, chaste, joyful life. Live the Catholic faith well. And if you mess up, you seek forgiveness. And when you get married, do it within the celebration of the church, the celebration of the Catholic faith, the celebration of the sacrament of marriage. Because the sacrament of marriage, as everyone married knows, that sacrament can give you, or will give you, power, strength, grace to lay down your life for that woman, that man that you love. That's what God promises. And God does not lie. The sacrament of marriage, celebrating within the church, will give you added strength. Finally, let the example of others that you truly look up to guide you. Let the example of others that you truly look up to guide you. It may be your parents, your grandparents, priest or religious, maybe a teacher, a godparent, confirmation sponsor, a best friend, but be guided by those few, and I say few, who've stayed truly faithful to God, who have touched your life and desire the best for you. Seek out their guidance and ask them, these faithful few, ask them to pray for you and to guide you. On this Christmas day, as we celebrate the Feast of the Holy Family, God's intent is that all of us, as we live our vocation, we will be holy, and we will be a holy family. May we right now just ask Joseph and Mary to bless us, and for the Christ child to dwell within us. And as we continue on with this Mass, may we truly be thankful for the graces we receive.